and I predicted them to be the top team coming into this tournament, and they're looking
Likewise.
good right now.
Yeah, this is, I think, I love to see North American teams that stick with the dang roster. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my goodness. Like, every time, every split, oh, this player could have done a little better. I'm swapping him out. And, it's takes the whole entire season for them to build synergy again. And come big tournament time, they fall through. So YKG, a strong roster, right, that has stuck it out through the thick and the thin. And by doing so, they're only going to get better as time goes on.
Hopefully, Jukes, as Butterfly takes out Passion Fruits.
Caught him slipping. You know what I can say is that if you're concerned about beating him via gun skill, just throw the nades. And that's exactly what they did. Able to take him out. Joey with a crazy taxi kind of drive. And he's going to spit out, get popped out as well by Wall Street Bet. So YKG with the ridiculously bold rotation, they do make it somewhat to safety. Oh, and now this side of the map is completely covered. Wall Street Bets is gone.
What a play. I don't know if YKG had it planned or the other team across the way was going to provide them the cover that they needed, because Chico was not able to provide that cover. So they will be able to do a little bit of a reset, but the zone's not in their favor. They still got to move out a little bit, so they have to fight the other team across. And Chico gets the knock onto Baby Tank. That could be the green light for YKG to move in now.
Well, let's see if they're going to be able to do it. Canadian Eagles did a great job of taking out Wall Street Bets, but now they're going to have to defend here shortly. And Hyper right there in the middle of the street. No cover to their name, just straight laying down, trying to make some plays. Bob gets a beautiful nade onto Joey, and that's going to definitely make things more difficult. Chico, oh, he's in a lot of trouble here on this off angle.
Chico, he's got to hold it down. He's the only player right now on the western side for his team. It does not matter. Chico's going to provide cover for the rest of his teammates across the way. He will, unfortunately, get taken down right there. Knocked, confirmed, finished. Now they've lost control of the high ground. YKG put in a very tough situation.
Ah, that's Canadian Eagles out of there. By the way, that also happens to be Jason Kaplan's nickname in college. The Canadian Eagle himself. Caca! Eh? We'll see how they do in the next match. Meanwhile, YKG looking good. Looking really good. 10 eliminations. They have been battered and bruised getting into this zone. Fight after fight after fight. Joey getting knocked multiple times, but still in it here.
Throw down that smoke. I know Fierce had it. He really needs to get some cover down, even if it's just soft cover. They get the zone, I think.
Wow.
That circle is shifting a little bit up, away from in. Even if it's just soft cover, they get the zone, I think.
Wow.
That circle is shifting a little bit up, away from in Hyper. We're in a four-way fight right now. We have in Hyper. We have YKG, Butterfly Effect, and Lotus Esports.
Koi has the vehicle. He's going to have to drive up to that next rock, and he knows it. But the second he gets in that vehicle, the chances of getting popped out of it are super high. So he's got to throw some smokes, and he's got to try to make a play. But if he even has any at this point, that's going to be the question. YKG out of the open. Meanwhile, you do have Butterfly Effect, right? In the middle of the map with a little bit of coverage here. They cannot get knocked. He's got to be very careful.
Yeah, trying to take some shots, trying to do something on the map. He goes down in Hyper.
Wow.
Tipping it out right there. That's great for in Hyper because they're not in the zone. That's one player down from across the ways that could slow in Hyper. They're making progress here. Time is ticking though. They have around 50 seconds to work with still. And in Hyper, such an experienced team. They're going to take their time even though the pressure's on.
Yes, it is. But man, we saw right there a beautiful crate at the right time. That's going to be a Groza he's going to pick up, but not going to be able to really utilize it from this range. Lotus is definitely a thorn in Hyper side. They have two different angles that they have to cover, and it's all about the snake play, right? Can you get a beautiful off angle? And Hyper's at a disadvantage having to push in, and here comes Koi trying to look for an angle here.
Koi, he's not only looking for an angle, he's looking for a way into the zone. Trying to sneak in. Last player up now for in Hyper. YKG still with 3, and that is done. Lotus taking him out. We're down to the last two teams. YKG with 3 at the lower position. However, Lotus, they're not exactly on the high ground either, and there is no more circles, Jukes. Both teams have to fight their way into the middle when the blue zone starts crunching it.
I think this is a huge advantage for YKG just due to the slight little hill here and this rock. That is going to be
and the tree.
so much cover for them. I mean, look at the disadvantage that Lotus has. Garrett's having to kind of go out in the open. Does he have any more smokes? No, he doesn't. And he wants to make it to that tree towards the center, but he knows if I go out there, I am gone. This should be YKG's dub.
It should be. They need a miracle lock on the side of Lotus. Laser someone's head down, and they can bring it down to a 2v2, but even then, at the disadvantage, now 3v1, that is it! YKG, Jukes. I picked them to be the top team, at least at this stage of the tournament, because when it comes to NA, I feel like YKG dominates.
I mean, this is what they needed, too, right? This is what I wanted to see, because, you know, every single time you have a new split, you have a new tournament,
Centers! Jukes,
okay.
Extreme Slayers, this is their chance to shine.
It definitely is here. You can see YKG, you're going to have to start finding a way into this next zone, too. They do have some mountaintops here to give them a little bit of cover. Oh, but this is always that killer decision, right? Do you go in, or do you stay back and clean up all these points? I think that's what they're looking to do here first.
This should be easy for YKG. They have the high ground. Chico's got the close range suppression. They have all the info. It's only a matter of time, and not much time is needed for YKG to find another opening. Now Chico springs up. You can't get thirsted, though. There's another player, Chico. Does he make it to cover?
Push. YKG has to push this. They don't want to lose a player like this. So Poppy Sour is defending, but don't make a mistake. Don't just get pushed up on for free. 24K cannot go down here. If he does, that's going to be problematic. Here comes Joey with the drive in and says, you know what? That's what you get. Touching my friend.
Yeah. Joey going for the quick revive. And they're in a great spot right now. Joey, I do believe, you know, being the scout, the IGL of the team, he can afford to get that revive. They've had full vision control the past circle or two. So the team already knows what's up. But Joey doesn't need to scout in further. Fierce moving on up. Taking a little look around. I think they're good for now, at least in this zone. Next circle, with hardships, that might be a problem, but they should have their plans already prepared.
Yep, I love to see them just pushing a little. Those nades were so huge. They completely stopped the push from Extreme Slayers. So it bought them a little bit more time, but those off angles from YKG are just disgusting. They have no choice but to just hit that lay down and try and survive. So Bezexis, you know, an absolute wrecking crew here, but it might just come into an end just due to the zone.
Yeah, due to the zone. They're not just contesting, you know, the high ground like Extreme Slayer's been performing the whole time. That off angle you mentioned from YKG is so deadly. YKG players, they don't miss right now. They are playing on point.
And YKG, back-to-back good games. They did lose Chico, but look at this position. They are so well set up in this one here, and the Canadian Eagles getting picked apart. One player up, and that is gonna do it. They are gone. 4 teams remaining. Top 4. Let's see who's gonna get that chicken dinner. It's gonna be a close one.
4 teams remaining, and the circle, it is done. We're heading down to the center. Obviously, Extreme Slayers, this is their game to win. They've got, what, control of like maybe the entire circle, the high ground, and center zone is pretty much theirs for the taking, with the circle closing into nothing.
I'll tell you what, YKG has Joey, and that's going to be a problem, all right? A big problem. Extreme Slayers got to play this very carefully. They, by all means, with this zone and that high ground, should get the chicken dinner. They did make some little mistakes here early on, but were able to get away with it. So can they finish this game strong? That's going to be my question. The center of the zone, I don't think is on top of this mountain either. So that's going to make things interesting. I think Extreme Slayers is going to have to jump down. Mazexis desperately having to push in through the smoke wall, just getting picked apart piece by piece.
Yeah, YKG, they should make a play off this. And, Remix gets knocked? Maybe by a nade, I'm not sure, but YKG has a huge opening for them.
Crow?
And Crow could get one, Crow does not. It will come down to a 3v3. Maybe that revive will go off. Blue zone is closing in. And Jukes, you said center zone, maybe not on the high ground. That's going to be huge.
Fierce!
YKG's game, back-to-back, Jukes.
Fierce again? Fierce again with a nice nade up top? Does he hit it? He gets it! Fierce is throwing some heat. seeking missiles. YKG, back-to-back chicken dinners. That's how you get it done.
Wow. Just wow, Jukes.
Whew. I mean,
Seeking missiles. Was that in the patch notes?
I think it was. I think it was for Fears, right? Because he has been practicing them all day long. I mean, Extreme Slayers had the high ground. They had the opportunity. And YKG just said, nah, our game. Our game, baby.
They did that with 3, by the way.
That's true.
Three-man squad.
Versus 4.
That. Dang. YKG. I mean, okay.
Meanwhile, a lot of teams need to get moving. Wall Street Bets in particular, all the way down to Python, and Excuse is gatekeeping them. So this is going to be a difficult rotation for them. Nate crossing the bridge, able to survive that bridge camp from YKG. Well, Patrick is following? What is going on? Shots out the vehicle. That Passion Fruit getting punished in return. 24K, you gotta hit those. And just like that, Passion Fruits. God, that was wild. I am so shocked to see Passion Fruit Esports continue down that bridge, especially after Nate just got shot at.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan
That's a throw. That's a throw, my friend. Somehow able to make it into this next zone at all, that will just show how insane this team is, because this is super hard.
Yeah, they're against the 4-man team that's not in the zone, so that kind of prompts that other team not in the zone to just fight to the death here. And then they got a team on top of the hilltop, Puppeteers, gatekeeping both. It's not doable. It's not possible. YKG can do a lot, but not this.
24K? It's your time to shine, baby. It's your time to shine. Pull something off here, man. Come
I don't
on.
know.
Right?
Old
Just
Sandhawk?
Pray.
That's doable.
That's it. Yeah, Chico gonna go down to the blue zone. That res was absolutely irrefutable. He's gonna pass off all his first aids off. Healing strat! Remember that?